this. It's weird. Sorry.
Oh, good. You tell them.
Everybody.
Alright, let's go.
First, all policy makers regulated third-party action. That commission takes more governments with action and action affect interest that affect population. Second, states must be on this topic because only time to be changed, not details very notified because they constitute sometimes stop because they can happen in multiple countries since any single nation's all the constitution can serve as a member of that fraction. B, human fair change figuring utilitarian calculations. Anyway, third, consequences of non-arbitrary analysis because all is certain as one good of others must have a non-arbitrary system and the non-arbitrary confidence in individual confidence. The purpose of mind, which is the guide action. Fourth, policy makers based on taxpayers based on political decision cost of change also there exists different trade, which leads to to high school principles. Fifth, brain science establishes small factor value utilities, Josh Down, and also need to agree. With the bring data sets, now the emotional content process can be controlled via found responsible with brain regions associated with content controls and greater activity. People feel the most best or more consequences they exhibit increased activity brain associated with high level content function. 6, the government practice power responsibility for assistance Keenan. Government allegation of the interest national society represents the interest of national society for well-being, concern self-well-being of people, the rest of there exists with national state questions and that's national already enjoy. 7 is national basic points. North state to products is facts of the natural therefore it's only selection well to General Alex Smith. Torture means non-fair, that's what comes that belief is if some features torture means the truth being chained by such a world which is the chain of the truth of natural and achievement possible for the world is entirely even study through neuroscience, natural information because of the only features we may use to believe understand all that natural features up on empirical science, peace points that don't say it's pleasure, pain, objective good says should be respected, maximum, minimum, because any view that objects should worth be objective and subjective experience stable. City was agreed to pin the man as bad man who's the version of the useful behind with the intrinsic concept of himself against his common person, conscious, and conclusion, we not hold certain kinds of most directly meet the direct values to make it cause of consciousness. Condition 1 is diamonds. A. Diamond tracking field civil wars and engrossing rights species function breaking weakness and a link. Guernsey and Grossberg 1. Diamond produced civil wars and environmental degradation suffering everyday feeling civil wars risk cost 2 decades of conflicts fueled by diamonds war in the earth cost 5 million lives killing very portion of the take place in our money and it's not just limited to diamonds rebels who conflict windows to fuel more wars. This means the absolute issues of any resources being used to fuel wars. Armstrong. Recognize our need to provide that trade in mineral oil, conflict minerals, laundry, and global supply chain operations not being scrutinized. Links to this road trade and environmental concerns, and conflict, and environmental policies to shut down diamond mining Guernsey and Grossberg too. Diamond mining is reckoned environmental havoc, soil erosion, deforestation, and can cause entire ecosystems to collapse. Visa points even a small number of wars in this good because magnitude of deaths from wars is a lot fine. The vast majority of civil wars caused 60 million deaths, devastating economies, and American social programs, and civil wars cause long-term humanitarian impacts. Russet. Civil wars destroy property infrastructure, reduce the productivity of the entire economy, damage healthcare, loss of infrastructure, destruction of hospitals, public healthcare facilities, and departure of medical personnel. Finally, war invigorates the very foundational of society, threatening the civilization also through across all their impacts, living it out. War counts more death than disability, major disease, combined destroys community cultures, they leave people's minds with activities, domestic violence, crime, and other kinds of violence, more threatens fabric of civilization. Condition 2 is Afghan mining. Ace point that resource extraction exasperates Afghan instability, causes conflict and corruption, and cripples with Bazin. Countries resources like that and exasperated corruption comes Afghanistan investigates links between natural resources and conflict, corruption, war, excitement, competition, resources can spill over into fighting between groups over gold, fights, very rough between government and leaders in resource-rich areas, Afghanistan resource fund conflict for insurgent groups, internal battles for control within under cabal authority, mental levels of corruption exist here, peace points that prioritizing environmental protection solves, pacifies local conflicts, and minimizes corruption. Brown and Blankenship. After government addressing the environmental costs, the government should ensure all projects that are subject to MEN, environmental impact assessment process is one of the best ways of avoiding future conflict, which has meaningful participation by local communities in decision over mining, settle grievances, these points after the war star. Second, the final basically Afghanistan reconstruction Russia did communities but now Russia that goes later on by China, Iran, and other India, and nuclear powers, still maybe involving heads with great terrifying threats to world peace and nuclear war with extinction. Sagan. Arms open carefully scrutinized more than 100 scientists. There are severe consequences of nuclear war, sub-freezing temperatures, or global civilization be destroyed by furnace fires, but extremely hard. There seems a real possibility of extinction. Condition 3 is global warming. 8 points to mean is global warming happening now. Greenhouse gases prove move on. Scientists are increasingly seeing the evidence of global warming happening right now. Increasing the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere will lead to warming. That by warming the atmosphere, increased CO2 levels enable the retention of great amounts of water vapor up enhancing global warming. Via the link first, offshore oil drilling leads to a host of other problems. This also presents that conflict. Iron. Previously, so waste of drilling fluid contained toxic substances tested on high concentration metals accumulated in seaports causing malformations to living organisms, genetic damage and mortality in fish stats so the over lifespan single oil working pollutants such as 7 cars driving 50 miles per day. The main polluter factor is greenhouse gases that are generated by offshore rigs and fire emissions, gas and global warming, melting gas, and ocean acidification, myriad of terminal facts to life and environmental threats lead to global warming. UCE. One of the greatest problems that the world's facing is the environmental pollution, increasing the capacity and causing grave irreparable damage to the earth. Environmental pollution, consistent pollution, and C, some points that won't cause extinction tickle. Global warming, living being, the beginning of the spiral for humankind. encounter, perhaps extinction, weather becoming extreme and unpredictable, or frequent severe droughts, floods, and hurricanes, the earth carrying capacity would be hugely reduced. Connection forest poverty is the point. There is a correlation between growth rates and increase in resource extraction. Sachs and Warner. Cities significant and inverse robust affection have been between resource intensity growth in the past 20 decades. It remains significant cross-country growth, especially involved in controlling for a large number of additional variables. Very few cases developing countries need to sustain even 2% annual growth and resource extraction from the econ multiple Stiglitz. Researchers countries do more than poor countries where resource curse strong currencies and impede other exports. Resource extraction entails little job creation, unemployment rises, resource prices cause growth to be unstable. Countries do not pursue sustainable growth strategies, and growth distributes wealth equally, solves poverty, creating dollar. Problems rising from the force rise proportionately. This is a consequence of strong empirical regularity. Several countries spanning from the past 4 decades shows that holds across regions, periods, income levels, and reducing poverty has potential to save millions. Billions of lifelong poverty shows life expectancy is 18 million of altered. Underview. First, presume after A, if hard proved by steps and make class on the steps level of 30,000 on so indicates sky overcome these better rating. Second, principle flows after the A steps true that everything is true even resolution. B doesn't negate the proof possible obligation. 30, the outcomes often counter to teaching agrees with there. But the ideal theory that 3 point of violence don't show about after is A, the next part the outcome 1 AR 3 particular has 2 trauma events to the scheme of issue the 3 thing to set the outcome to do 1 force negative and the interpretation B. B issues to the article proficiency force the after about subject to around what John the AC between no neck army as that worship that army and calculated for the neck.
Did you say no neg RBIs? Let's say no neg RBIs? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about this. Let me give you a lesson on permissibility.
Sure.
This argument says permissibility flows F. It says because if SCEP is true, everything is true. I do not understand this argument at all.
Sure, so the argument that I don't read under presumption says that we think that something is true unless it's proven otherwise.
That's presumption. Let's talk about permissibility.
Wait, yeah, so under skepticism it would be the same thing.
Under skepticism, permissibility and presumption would be the same thing. Okay.
Right, I can take any action, so I could affirm the resolution, if everything was like
Right,
more than
so
just-
if everything is permissible, that means that yes, there would be an equal and sufficient reason to affirm or negate. My arguments would be why that would negate. Why does that mean that you affirm?
because we can still affirm even if everything is true, Sam.
Yeah, I know you can still affirm, but why does that mean you do affirm? The argument is that permissibility is who's ground, the AF or the net. Where do you prove permissibility to AF ground?
I don't know any case.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about the reasons to drop the arc. What are those? And it's drop the debater from neg theory?
So the ASIM point just says the next part of the alpha 1 AR, so I must be able to like collapse the theory, right? So you have to force the negative in their interpretation because the negative is the one who's reactionary to the one you see, right? I speak in the dark, you should force the negative in their interpretation. The second argument I made is that mutually exclusive interpretations of resolution force the after double line being subject to theory no matter what's running the AC, right? So any AC I read, which I mean this is pretty topical, right? I defend literally
Yeah, I
any.
don't feel any of the AC. So I don't know what the AC says. Okay. So let's
That's
go.
problematic.
Yeah, so let's go to the So this first arc is about the act emission distinction. So why is this proactive reason why you told us true? It's just a reason why act emission distinction doesn't matter.
Yeah, so most other like any deontological ethics would rely on
Deontological. So if I don't read a deontological ethic, it doesn't apply.
If we like skepticism, this argument will not apply.
Exactly. Okay.
Wait, actually, if you
Crossing's fine. Let's move on. Let's go to the second.
Okay, well,
So
I'm
let's-
gonna say that I didn't clarify.
Okay,
Do you want to
clarify.
clarify?
Yes.
Okay, so if you say that the government can just do an action because everything's, or not do an action, I guess, because everything's permissible, that can still have consequences for its citizens, right? So in the same way as the government not passing a bill still has consequences for its citizens, in the
Okay,
same way that
I
a government
understand.
passing a bill.
Let's go to the second argument.
Sure.
What is the second argument?
Just that on this topic, states must be util.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
first argument, the second argument is an assertion that the humanitarian constraints figure into utilitarian calculuses anyways.
That's
This
not
is
an
this.
assertion. First of all, the Keenan evidence will prove that
Okay,
governments
so
have an
Keenan
obligation to
proved
look at
that.
their citizens.
So-
Also, the argument is just that in the context of the resolution,
Okay,
it
so Keenan is
assumes
not,
that.
really quick. Keenan is not a reason to role play, right? Keenan is just why governmental obligations affirm, right? There's no theoretical reason for framing them out, right? Okay, all right, dude. All right.
So you like pre-post Fiat 3 bad?
You know.
Good, I'm not. Okay. You know it's bad, right?
5 minutes prep?
Yeah.
Using 4 as a term.
It's DOC pro.
What are you doing?
Oh, hang on. So I got pause time. Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so I can't read this whole block of text.
Yeah.
On your computer, can you
Yeah.
just
What are you doing?
What?
What? Is this still videotaping?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It falls asleep though, so I have to jiggle it.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't. I hope you guys don't edit this out.
What?
Huh?
You're good.
I said if you edit the video, these pauses, what's gonna happen? What do they say in there? They say in there? I've never watched a debate video before. I've never bothered doing it. So.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I insist. I'm not. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I didn't read
Okay. This one?
Dream team.
I'm tired of seeing you.
We can see your face.
We can't be the dream team. We keep splitting. It doesn't really that way.
Thanks for having fun.
Okay, starting time again. Yeah.
I thought they were for it.
I think
Either.
her ones, but I do hear as long as she makes me thoughts about like it seems to me that the Rachel's critiquing the scripted plays, which is the AC, so it doesn't really relate back to the discussion about the show, so that's why I think it's so. But I mean, like I can see what I mean, I thought I still don't really have to talk about it. I just don't really. I hate it. Yeah, exactly. I don't see like a lot of sense. I'll go first. I'll go first. I'm just not going. It's a run with the other guy. But no. We don't have a password. That's eliminates the tension.
I have to make sure it doesn't fall asleep. It falls asleep every minute.
Oh.
And I need a password to change it.
You need a password to change the like stuck settings. Why?
How do you feel about Welch's fruit snacks? Do you like them?
Yeah, they're very good.
Do you have any more?
No, I don't.
Hey, I saw them downstairs. Tom.
There are a ton.
I was scared they were gonna get mad at me for taking more than one pack.
Who are they? Her. Oh, hello. Are you gonna,
my name is John.
my name is Jacob. Are you gonna get mad if he goes and takes multiple fruit snacks?
That's what?
You look quiet. Sorry.
In 33 seconds. Okay. One off. Actually, four off.
I need some more paper.
I forgot the other things are also off cases.
I can tell you this stuff.
One off. Two.
One off,
Four.
four off.
Two more.
Yeah. Yeah, one more.
None for me.
Like I said, dude, I'm going for John Jay.
Smart decision.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, four off AC or no?
Yeah, Everyone ready?
Yeah, we timer us up for 7? Okay, good.
Last round, I set my timer in the 2AR to 6 minutes. So now I split. Okay, everyone ready?
Yeah.
A is the interpretation of the affirmative claims. If the affirmative claims are the app, then they must also be yes to neg. B is violation. They say, oh, yeah, it's RBI, no neg RBI. C, stands for specified RBI. They got RBI, identical, unreciprocal, they can next, without a child, only have one child thing. And mine, reference to struggles with affairs. A, more with station, various side by outside struggles with affairs. B, all their back times, reciprocity, strategy, no back, 7 side by C, internal targets, numerically, more work, music time, the government, allocating time spends, the policy from second. Strategies termed by practice allows me to introduce which else one hour that when to get something to make violations. That's 2 for 2 hours, 5 times to get one more win off the pick one issue undercover last word outweighs inside one. I can't win second round first over mess theory. The one that sees friend making them speaking over mess theory tipping off the strat. Then next you might test strats earlier exacerbate time speed violence and try to waste time speed because A without a strat you can't time speed large parts to make no matter if the camera without strat you go stupid up which is screwed. Excuse me. B. Time matters as far as you have no arguments making matter. Time also relevant, not sure to winning round. And next, you always ask the one that sees first percent screen front of the ass, follows the first B. On next theory, one battle scheme theory, which means the product again, which means why. It's not also custom by his arguments, why he gets why can we drop the argument, on the theory, he has the same advantage, he has the distinct advantage on theory based on the fact he is and speaks between key advantage between dark darts, I mean, that really makes sense. Second of all, C. Last year, TOCR rounds map on TOCR. It's checking your from all arguments and they reach near RBI, good argument from RBI from me too, which means that there's there. In practice, we try on defense RBI justify D's. The impact on appearance because the biggest use frame rules and make potential argument drivers building about generation the DS figures measurable so use interpretation of variance and worse. Because I was going to drop the better to turn music with without worries is certain that church by star large portion of the time to get people who are willing to give the drop the argument just five they use them give and people start to argument second one on C. Drop the argument on spikes with the worst form, second key. The time transfer really bad, second key. It's just like I with 3 minute shells from that other try to turn the way worse. Then go to specific on the after specific drop arguments. The first one is drop the argument snake guy. Next is dark first public sky. We drop the argument. He has the key. Key advantage perspective. He is the end theory. The second argument is going to be he's spent much time on I'm going to be spending much time on substance he's getting counteracting time because he has 4 minutes going on only 3 minutes shell I'm going for. And then next argument is mutually exclusive interpretation. One argument really should be effectively what they're going to be giving mutually exclusive interpretation also only applied top calculus effect mutually exclusive theory interpretation. Second argument they're making is that there's always going to be a writer a better side of the issue just because for example when you say nib's good and nib's bad there's obviously a better side of that issue that which means we have to people win these arguments in part of abuse. Then these arguments don't say why I can't abuse. Then next off. First, permissibility negates these foreign obligations. For example, I say should is supposed to be foreign obligations. For example, I say you should get sharing your obligation on the permissible words and understanding the gathering. Use common use shows the apples proving obligation. Second reason is the linguist theory substitution. Linguist theory and substitution guarantee we should be able to substitute definition theory extends to the meaning. For instance, the statement doctrine doesn't have certain truth plays I plays huge with very big this resolution yield as moral obligated to extend not to if resolution yields will be morally obligated to that means we can cancel step whoever the word so permissibility is going to be negated. Second of all, third of all, resolve begins with the word resolve, which means decide from an act, misleading lack screen action, resolving no reason therefore which means decide because there's no possible conscience becomes 4% arguments because that's both back the nature of bad resolution works, quantity structure, and history, something arguments his, permissibility arguments, the shittiest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, go to it. Honest permissibility argument is or permissibility argument saying it's kept true and every argument can be true. That argument is to give me a conception of what permissibility means. I mean, permissibility means that if everything's to be equal permissible, we have to decide which way permissibility flows. My argument say you get permissibility not be asked around the fact that if it's permissible to ask, it's an obligation, not it's permissible, not it's okay to do that, rather than it's that you're obligated to do that, which means that it's going to be a negative obligation. That goes to such an argument by presume that. First, I'll say negative is from awareness to here, therefore you can presume negative to prefer tetrality because it's going to be controlling the internal to all. Second of all, my arguments in theory shall be showing why there's actually a next to which means that's going to be reason to next. Sorry, ask you. Then, next off. First off is impact. Actually, first off is retail definition of negates. Is it possible to prioritize one thing over another on utilities A, determining due to policy more beneficial or choosing the most instrumental value, however, when it's real value, gave questions asked really was whether it's personal policy utility considerations are an actual prioritizing one policy or another. They're just showing how it happens in one policy or another because it does not show any value occurs that prioritizing can be a pattern to choosing certain policy or another. There must be also within one policy more important than another in order to prioritize principles. You have a case where you're actually acting in accordance with principle. Every step is true. Every step of action broken into down steps and finally also steps under judgment possible. The judgment is prioritized using that constitution get util judgment prioritized policy. Remember these arguments not showing permissibility. That's going to be the next off case. This argument is taking like definition of the case. Roll. Can't be decided to say instrumental reason because conclusion representing change to save the right ground judgment between for others doing is desired judgment in reference to time such time may t logical competition and judgment at the same time in t matter no matter what the same things are t and t2. Even if it happens that each step can be achieved the goal this near the tax penalty having C. Actually that's fine for there. Next off case. I can see that I would extinction impact turn extinction good. First, as of that time, human extinction from your plane slash Benatar. From hunger infections, we get 11 million deaths per year, 11 million deaths per year, killing wars. Everybody must be scared by at least some misery, uncommon for everybody in the streets work class. Second, even if that's not true in nature, pain and pleasure must not just consult with Benatar. Two, being grounded, this is always be true, no existence of suffering from must be actually by playing back evils. There is a crucial difference between that making advantage the existing hall of standards of real pain and bad and pleasure is good. However, the reason why we don't think something doing existence in the present suffering would be suffering is good. No addiction, enjoying substance and caution because the law of pleasure is good and the ass is pleasure not good, given there nothing done, which means a death's gonna be good. But then, next off case. I'll just extend this one. This is gonna be why util triggers permissibility. First, infinite chain of action is for a util chain of action is infinite consequences. No. For example, if I say it's going to be the best interest for me to save two people instead of one, if I say it's two people and then one of those people ends up being Hitler, that's going to be he's going to kill another people. We have no way of predicting that. That's going to be a reason as to why any action permissible. No way to actually predict what consequences when you have from any action. That this argument is not referring to saying any action permissible. My argument is not saying util bad. They are saying under util any action is permissible. And so that's going to be the second argument is to be the Hume argument. No reason why we can look to past experience because past experience can't determine because it's going to lead to a paradox. Past experience can't determine present experience. In fact, we can't just because the sun rise yesterday doesn't mean it's going to rise today. That's going to be a paradox. We can't look to that past experience to determine future experience. We can't look to usual scenarios to determine what's going to happen in the future. What's going to be any action to determine what's going to happen in the future because that's going to be a logical paradox. Third argument is going to be the actually that's fine.
Alright. Ready?
Yep.
Start with Benatar. As far as the AC only says there's a risk of extinction, then how do you have a 100% probability that it's going to happen?
So you're garnering your impact off of the fact that
There's not a 100% chance that extinction is going to happen, right? So,
okay.
Right? You agree to that?
No, I said sorry. Extinction will happen.
Why?
Because if the advantages are true, and I don't test them, that means that
But there's always a risk of them being wrong, right?
not if I don't under a util, right? If I don't provide a counter, then there's obviously a risk.
Okay, so has Benatar done that before? Is he a zombie? How does he know?
I can't speak to the zombiness of Benatar, but Benatar is making a philosophical claim, right? He's talking about how the absence of pain, it's a logical proof. He's talking about how the absence of pain is neither good nor bad.
How does he know that
Pain
there's no
itself is
pain
bad.
after we die? Wait, we also can't experience pleasure.
Yeah, but the argument is that the pleasure is good, pain is bad, but the absence of pain is neither good nor bad. And when we die, there's neither pain nor pleasure. That is a scientific proof.
But what if we experience more pleasure than pain, right? Then that seems like we should live. Okay. Let's talk about why permissibility, why utility triggers permissibility. The first one is that we can't predict consequences in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
What, yes, how can we not, you just make it.
No, my argument is that
as so far as you concede advantages that say extinction will happen in the future, Sam, it seems to me that we can't predict.
No. My argument is that, first of all, util definition negates. That's the first off. The second off.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are right. The second argument that it's saying is that the argument is that we can't predict these experiences because when I'm saying there's one person who can save and two people, and I say those two people, that would be utilitarian thing to do. However, one of those people can end up being Hitler and could kill 15 million people in the future. Therefore, you can't predict the consequences.
What's the second argument?
Second argument is the Hume argument that I can extend because I can find mine.
Okay, what is it?
It's that inductive reasoning fails, we can't rely on past experiences to determine future ones, and utilitarianism does it, so it uses past experiences like predicting when extinction will happen to determine when extinction will happen.
Okay, let's talk about the shell.
Yeah.
What end-round abuse is there?
You say no negative RBIs.
Yeah, so what's
So you could have, it would have happened in the 1AR if I've not read the shell. You could have been like, oh shit, he just read all this shit. And like read,
No, Sam, you would have answered that. It was, there's not even a warrant. It just says no neg RBIs. It also literally says, which also means no neg RBIs.
but that the warrant comes from the interns.
You know there's not a warrant, Sam.
There's a warrant. The warrant doesn't respond to.
Okay.
Listen, just because you read unwarranted arguments does not mean they're abusive, right? I read unwarranted a priori's all the time. It's still abusive.
Like the ones you just made.
Those are warranted.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, my camera like went off.
Means you.
No.
Oh, by the way, I have a minute and 30 seconds to prep that because I forgot that we did 4 minutes. 5 minutes to prep.
This is theory, right? Not topicality.
It is theory.
Permissibility negates hinges on you winning util triggers permissibility.
No. Me winning on equal choice permissibility hinges on me winning permissibility gates.
Yeah, but there's no reason to go to permissibility unless you win.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So, okay. What is the rodal stuff?
That is why util definition negates. Actually, in the 2NR may have reasons why rodal triggers permissibility if it does not definition negate.
Wait, why?
Because if our judgments can't be, rodal says that we can't take calculations because there's going to be infinite subdivision between our actions. So like when I say the end of me walking to that door, that's unified. The unity. There's no unity of action in that end with me just like subdividing these my steps. But as of now, it's just a reason why it just says why the util definition negates.
So, how do you like him? Do you think you're on good terms with him? Put in a good word for me, okay? Just say, I really like Jacob. Go and say that to him. I want to get on the Dulles coaching staff. I want to coach him. I know. Yeah, I know. But Yim won't be able to resist me. It's too tempting. It's like holding like a slap meat in front of the door.
Okay. So we are just going to be AC, and then theory shell, and then the Minotaur stuff, and then util triggers permissibility, and then the rodal stuff, and how util definitionally negates.
Got it. Thanks. I don't got that.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a second. AC.
Sorry, I put it in order in my head, and then I'll tell you. So AC
AC.
is interpretation.
All right.
Yes. And then Minotaur,
Minotaur.
and then util is permissible.
All right.
So, and then rodal, and that's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the permissibility stuff that you read, I probably won't get to.
So you're gonna read this?
Maybe.
Don't read that, dude.
All right.
Hey man, Henry Zhang, one on back here.
Right.
That's where I got that. Alright. Sorry, I just put the after the ball. Are we good?
Yeah.
Stop videoing me.
You could just have this one.
Sam's great at reading, but once he gets off paper, he doesn't know what he's doing. He is conceding a lot of the arguments at the top of the AC as to why he's going to be looking to util as the government action. Doesn't matter if util is true, it just matters that the government has to act on utility. He sent the second argument that states util on this topic needs to the Constitution don't apply because multiple countries be supporting that humanitarian roles need to. He can see the arguments in the answer argument by util is permissible. It doesn't matter if util is permissible. My argument is just that states have to be util. It's needed for the argument is the second chance impossible and policy making against all action. The fifth argument, the green argument proves the right side establishes that we value util. There's two implications. The answer for util to because it's empirically true in nature. Even my opponent's brain to be something that they're having means we have util means that there is a better chance of util being true than permissibility. The sixth argument proves that the government has to have an obligation to its citizens, national society representatives, even if there's a chance of permissibility is true. My argument that it doesn't matter because the government has to look to its citizens. Extend the Gerson course for one evidence that money and cost environmental integration. Sees the Armstrong evidence that not just diamonds are abused, conflict not just in the fine evidence to war is about 16 million deaths in the past 15 years. And the Levingston evidence that war causes the host problem, meaning that either violence against your own ethnicities is the root cause of any type of structural violence, meaning that comes before. It seems scenario saying that it's literally looking at the root cause of violence, meaning that it's going to be coming before Benatar. So even if he goes for Benatar, it doesn't matter. Go to his interpretation. First, the counter interpretation, the app may read only after only gets organized as long as they're topical. Solves all conflicts. He concedes that I am topical. He concedes that he doesn't read topicality. At that point, it means that he solves the reciprocity. Go to reciprocity. He calls it because reciprocity shouldn't be an issue because I don't make him read topicality. It means that we don't even have to go to an RBI debate in the first place. This makes no sense to talk about a theory debate when my app is topical. He can still win off the shell. He can read the shell. He can still win off that shell because we don't give him RBI and win on my shell. Doesn't mean that assumes that I'm going to be reading theory off the scratch scenario. One that's just a reason why that would be violating. That makes sense. My argument is that he it's just that he is that I'm not harming him whatsoever. So since the AC is topical 100%, he concedes that in cross-examination. That means that I would never read theory because I'm topical. Even if you read theory on me, that's like we would never get to the theory debate because my ass is topical. Makes solves all. Go to Benatar. One. He concedes that we experience more pain, pleasure and pain, that we better to live he's never been through that, things that he doesn't know, he doesn't actually know what it would be like life after death may be bad, especially if people go to hell. 3, he concedes other impacts come first, like the brain evidence, the green evidence proves the brain science establishes how we value util, means that Benatar goes away, the util permissibility one, we can still look to it as a government action. The problem is that he's conceding that the AC framework contextualizing where government action is a different way. He concedes literally 3 arguments on the AC why the government has to act in that way, even if util is false, even if util is rejected, doesn't matter, because I'm saying the government has to act that way. He's conceding his arguments, no new arguments, the second argument the third argument is that so green, he concedes the government's the actor, and then go to specifically the world stuff. One, he's conceding that the United States must be util on this topic, meaning that specifically on this topic they have to look at this. The second argument the second argument is the second argument you prefer my arguments to his arguments, my arguments specific to this topic, his arguments are specific to util in general. I'm not having general utility as a point of view, but I have a specific view towards the government. The third argument is that you should always prefer my arguments because the Rodel argument is going to devolve into some not new argument in the next speech, but it has no actual implication in my argument. See, fourth argument is that you can extend policy makers to have an activation team, meaning that even if they have no reason to do anything. Oh, sorry, this answers like permissibility stuff. Even if they have no reason to do something that still causes some kind of consequence for their citizens. Then, as an overview to all this stuff. It's not educational provision trying to achieve self-data arguments because this enhanced class session one speech grace period sole. Judges should allow to drop spikes, chief shot voting, should even the arguments cross one threshold to require facial argument, proliferating theory, and hope that one gets dropped as an anti-educational education. One speech grace period for anti-chief shot theory, second spikes are complete towards for arguments require response must have a claim more impact spikes are complete arguments because they lack an impact and start to respond to the next speech. I'm just saying that you should give me one speech grace period to extend something that's links to permissibility and not linking permissibility in the next speech, or if that he somehow has an answer to my government action arguments that he doesn't, and he says that there's an explicit clash. Let me answer that in the next speech. All right, what'd you have?
Okay, 130. All right.
Thanks.
You go to your Wait, did you read the counter-interpretation off paper? Or?
No, I
Yeah.
want to write it out.
It's just like may read only after sorry guys as long as the app's topical.
As long as yeah.
You just read the defense, or do you have a specific standard, or you just read the you
I
just
make
want-
turns here, so.
What's the turns?
For reciprocity, you can read theory, you can use like another shell too. I guess that's defense.
And then strategy, no, you said no speed, right?
I said solve your offense. I said you can just research, right? Which would solve strat skew. Because if my app's topical, right, that means there is no strat skew, right? Just topic versus topic.
Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a nice, slow overview of the round. Then we're gonna go to the theory debate. Then we're gonna go to the Rodel stuff. Actually, I forgot about this. So we're just checking the overview, theory, and are we ready? Like, this speech is 6 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. On all the util stuff, huge problem. So the first problem is he tries to take out extend all of his util framework to take out the utilitarian stability arguments. The biggest problem is I'm not saying utilitarianism is bad. I specifically made that argument in the last speech. I'm saying that under utilitarianism, any action is permissible. An argument there's an equal and sufficient chance that any action will cause a bad outcome. Not that utilitarianism is a bad theory. Therefore, under utilitarianism, I say that any action is good. That's the arguments that I make. And then the implication of that is that permissibility negates. But let's go to theory first, and then we'll flash it over. Damage is screwed theory. He gives only defense on theory. Only gives no offense. Mean under competing interpretation. Risk of offense on. There's going to be sufficient reason to affirm. You can first to extend the interpretation. Yeah, from claims fair sorry. I would ask. They must also allow arguments to neg B. They extend violation. They say only after sorry guys. Yeah, it's a unique extend violation. You can violate. The fact of the matter is he doesn't have the offense on the shell, which means competing risk of offense. Competing interpretation. You always this sort of risk of offense. Always to try and determine defense first. And honest first argument reciprocity said that doesn't mean break top. I can't stop couch because he is the winner shell. He wouldn't only material as well as capital. This argument literally makes no sense. My argument is that under a world of competing interpretation, under rules, this rule is really bad to debate because it can allow him to read a shit ton of frivolous theory in the 1AR. And that's really unreciprocal because I can't win on that theory. That is my argument. So let's extend that. Extend the negative argument, try to accept the reciprocal making next value, I don't have X by shells. And I extend the extend response across the appearance, A, mere movements, condition, definition, when so risk of offense on the standards can be sufficient because he doesn't have the offense. He concedes that his argument reciprocity just means that not reciprocal, so it's going to make it defense. So at least on that argument, risk of offense. Now let's go to the second argument, which also goes to at least risk of offense. On the strat skew argument, you can extend strat skew. This terrible my strat skew allows them to introduce tons of strategies in the second half of the theory valid. Just he says that that top was mean that as a solving this like he can do it. My argument about interpretation that was having in round but actually was having potential. Use that interpretation. You should respond to the extent the first 2 hours 5 between times visions kick down and when solving speed. Then extend the second and fourth open theory. One seems to their theory of best theory strategy. Then extend that strategy always task you as good strategy overcome tasks from the large debate and theory which was strategy over time and then extend that theory generic guys get already proved their argument. Actually, that's fine. Then extend impact. Extend the fair speed based competition, strain my rules that have potential argument, the extent reasonability, judging measures based on measurable, and so using video charge, and mentions worse than some of them, about the barriers, aid, turn, the authorities also, theory with your spices, large, time extend the biggest reason why dropping the argument is dropping the barriers, the fact that, whether or not, actually, you can see that's fine. Let's go back to his strategy. So his strategy is that he's not harming the fact that he's not harming. Remember, there's no opportunity on this ship. As far as I was responsible, it's teaching you to pull the trigger. So lesson on theory is you got to read a standard that has some sort of offense under competing interpretations. I'm the bet one that has the most rules. So risk of offense, you can win even without risk of offense. If you're believing he has some sort of offense, I'm crushing on theory. So, but now let's go. Regardless of that, he doesn't have any way to win on theory. So let's go to substance. So on substance, you can vote neg really clearly because he's conceding a bunch of reasons why util definition negates. Oh, let's go to this overview first that he reads on salt. The overview is really bad because he's talking about spikes. You want to know rather what spikes are? The spikes usually going to be an underview and app. Like theory spikes, and then he's talking about not spikes because it can be their ability argument not being their spice. Two, his argument is saying why spice are not included arguments, the arguments of impacts. That's going to be sufficient for them to include arguments. So as far as I'm thinking, as far as I clarified that they are included arguments, they're no longer spice, and you know how to respond. So let's go to arguments. He's conceding other arguments that aren't under the word analysis talks about why util definition negates. I'm going to read it super slowly, super easy. Extend that util definition of negates makes it impossible to prioritize one thing over another under util because A, when determining between two policies, what is more beneficial, we are choosing what is more instrumentally valued. However, with instrumental value, the question asked is really the utility it's worth, not the pursue policy. So util considerations are asking whether those policies are going to be good or bad, not whether the actual topic of resource extraction is going to be good or bad. Therefore, that's a definitional reason why util negates. Even not buying that, permissibility still negates. So let's talk about that. Extend the reason, third reason why permissibility negates resolution begins to grow resolved, which we decide firmly, and of course, back to permissibility lacks strength, action to resolve merely there's no. Reason to affirm which we decide because there's also, therefore, he has to practical application rather than permissibility. He is really unaccompanied permissibility arguments. So in fact, he's trying to cross, apply this framework with regards not actually responding to the arguments as far as you refer to them as true, extend the probability argument, lack of probability argument. That's what the first one that I talked about. How under utilitarian calculus, any action would be good effect. I say that it's better to say two people than one, but one of those two people has to be Hitler and he captured for a million people. There's no way to predict what's going to happen, which means that under utilitarianism, any action would have an equally insufficient good consequence. Remember, he just tries to cross by the Green study because we use util in all his util scenarios. Remember, the acquisition distinction, but I'm not saying util is a bad thing. I'm saying under utilitarianism any action is okay. And permissibility negates. So the way this round breaks down is really, really, really simple. He has no offense linking back to counter-interpretation, which means why do I pull a trigger on here? Also, he's losing on substance. I'm not going for Benatar or whatever. But on substance, permissibility negates. You should respond to the arguments that are cross-applying arguments. And if you're never applying that, util also definition negates, regardless of permissibility. It is a definitional reason why it negates. So that's like a turn to util.
Yeah, definitionally. Go ahead.
You have one turn. Listen to it. He goes with yours. Yeah, what it says.
Hey, where are my cookies? Where are the fruit berries?
There's one right there behind your computer.
What?
That one's where
I think it's a town.
Who your coach?
Yeah.
Next year? I don't know.
Preview for Monday's basketball.
Alright, theory, and then reasons why definitionally util negates, and then reasons why util triggers. And then is everybody ready?
He's conceding counter-interpretation says that I solved all the app offense. At that point, it's really easy to say that there's terminal defense on theory. He just assumes that there's no offense. But let me give you a lesson theory. So if I'm winning the counter-interpretation, the app was only read RBS. If I'm being taught to solve all his offense, the response to the argument assumes that I'm going to be unfair, that my AC just includes tons of spikes, and that I'm just going to go for theory. And the 1AR, the problem is that my AC is topical at the point where he concedes that my AC is topical. There's no reason as to why RBI would even come to a factor. My argument is that we don't even look to theory debate in the debate round because we would never actually come down to an RBI debate because my AC is topical. At that point, we would never ever look to theory debate. Even if you don't think this is a great argument, he's conceding that it solves all the F offense, that there is terminal defense on theory. This is like way less sketchy than all the arguments that Sam's made.
Then go to the arguments why util triggers permissible, or why, util definitionally negates.
One, he's conceding the argument that states must be util on this topic, even if he wins and say that you should definitionally negate it based on util. That doesn't make any sense. My argument is that but the states have to be util on the topic, that we have to look to utilitarian constraints. At that point, he's conceding a diamond mining advantage, which proves that we have to stop this action because it's causing a structural violence, which is causing human rights abuses. But at that point, it doesn't matter. We can do actions under util. Under util, even if it doesn't negate, we have to stop the most amount of harm. That's what util does. He concedes that he doesn't actually make any answers on util. Let me make it clear, Sam, that I might know a little bit more about util even if you know a little bit more about theory, my argument is that even under util, there's a risk of offense 100% all the time. Even if you're making some shitty analytics that do apply to your do apply to my AC, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm saying that there's a risk of offense on the util debate, which means that your argument about the AC point on that argument would go away. The other argument that would take this out would be the active distinction argument, because I'm saying that even if you are right that util definitely negates, there'd be no argument that would answer this argument. My argument is that the diamond mining advantage is going to happen when you, like, people are going to die if you negate. We have to stop that. The only way to do that is affirming. So there's no reason to definitionally like negate under util, right? That's just like a definition, right? Util says saves the most amount of lives. The only way we save lives is by affirming. He never, ever, ever extends any offense under util. Always a risk of offense under util. Most people all understand util a little better than samples. Then go to util's permissible. One, he concedes that the government's the actor, which means that we don't care if they ever acts permissible to Utah. I'm saying that the fourth argument I say is except in the sense that second chance is possible in policy making because it would halt action, meaning that if Utah's permissible under policy making, that would halt all action. It make no sense that he is making arguments that say Utah is bad. My argument is not that all his arguments should say Utah bad. My argument is that governments can't function under permissibility because that would just halt all types of action. He's conceding the fourth argument. He's also conceding the key argument because the governments have an obligation to protect him, even if Utah doesn't some permissibility. That's not a reason not to look to my framework. That's not a reason to pull the trigger on permissibility. That's just a reason why my framework might be wrong, why there might be some type of defense or mitigation defense on the AC conditional debate. So here's how the debate frames time. He's conceding counter interpretation, says I solve all his offense. I'm obviously winning on theory because there's a risk of offense getting back to util. Read his crappy arguments if you want to. I please encourage you to if you're going to think you're going to do it.
And I see the interpretation.